Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I'm still a little bit congested, so forgive me if I have to clear my throat throughout the video, but I feel 100% better. Um let's start it off with what is everybody drinking? I have me a good old mixture of juice with a couple of splashes of tequila. I haven't really been out of the house. I've been working from home this past week. Hey, Carly. Carly, I'm so happy you made it. You made it right from the jump. Um, so I haven't had a chance to go out and stock up on my Stella Rose, but I probably will get to that over the weekend. And I know a couple of people might not be able to make it tonight. It's graduation season. My best friend's son is graduating tomorrow. So, hey, Eric. He's graduating Saturday. The party is tomorrow. So I have to be in attendance of the graduation festivities. So that's why I moved it up a day. But I kind of like having Ostella on Thursday because my mind is fresh from the show. I don't have to wait a day or two for the shows. But no plans on changing it from Friday. Just a push up for today for graduation season. I hope everyone has had a great day. Let's jump into the shows because I have a lot. I have a lot I want to talk about. We're going to talk about The Circle, Survivor, and All Stars 3, the challenge. I enjoyed all of the episodes, so we're going to have a good time tonight. I do want to start with a little bit of news and gossip, but you ain't heard that from me. I was on Twitter this morning. I saw a little bit of news and gossip, and I want to get you all's opinion on it. If you all follow Gamer V on Twitter like I do, you saw she was up this morning tweeting away saying that Devon was supposed to be on the Challenge 38, but she dropped out this week, and Derek F dropped out of the cast as well. Now, the little bit of tea I saw going around Twitter, they were saying, hey, Miguel, Marianne and Kendall are the queens, and Johnny is the hater. Oh, we gonna get into we gonna get into it, Miguel. But back to Devon. The little bit of gossip I heard about Devon and Survivor, not Survivor, but Challenge 38. I knew Devon when she stepped foot on that X on the beach. She was making her way back to the challenge. She was making her way back to reality TV. And I always felt like, Dave, why are you on here playing on this beach? You should just came straight to the challenge anyway. Now I heard Devon showed up. Challenge 38, they're going to be in teams, not teams, but partners again, boy-girl partners. Somebody said Devon showed up and found out Derek F was her partner, and she turned around and went back home and said, I ain't even about to waste my time. Mind you, that's the tea I heard on the Twitter streets. Now, if that's true, I would have did the same thing. My ears feel so naked. Oh my God. Let me grab a little pair of earring real quick. But wouldn't you all do the same thing if you showed up to the challenge after so many seasons and you got to be partnered with Derek F, who never won a single thing? Now, Devon ain't really won on no Big Brother neither, so maybe that's why they partnered him up. But Devon was an excellent challenger. Okay, I feel a little bit better. Okay. I thought Devon was an excellent challenger. So I feel like anybody who shows up and finds out Derek F is their partner, that's the waste of their time. Because you know you're going home first. So the other rumor I heard that Devon was partnered with Josh, and she really didn't want to partner with Josh, so she left. But why would Derek F have to be kicked out if she was partnered with Josh? I don't know. I don't know what's true or not, but I felt like from the beginning, Derek F should have never even been there. Or if you are going to bring somebody on like Derek F, it's got to be a solo game so he can lose all by himself. Why would you sink somebody game like that being his partner? Because if it's not a challenge where you got to pull somebody across the sand and can't nobody pull his ass, that's the only thing he going to win. I'm tired of the partners too. I like how they doing it over on All Stars. It's an individual game. Hey, Davion. Hey, Zudam. You hope it's not true. Well, it's true that Davon has dropped out because I think she even subliminally tweeted something about being out. But what's on my cup? Davon and Derek are out, but if they were partners or not, I don't know. Now, where my other little bit of news and gossip? Now, everyone was under the same assumption that Derek F was the reason that Davon chose to leave. So they've been bullying him. And as much as I don't want to see Derek F, Big D, whatever we gonna call him, on the challenge, don't bully people, you all. That he said people been calling him fat. Now, I mean, that's like somebody calling me fat. If you fat, you fat. But don't tell him to kill himself. Don't cyber attack the man. When you have thousands of people telling you to kill yourself and blaming you for the Queen Davon not showing up to their show, that's a lot. And let's just not bully people. We could shade them. We could be shady. We can do all that. But let's not bully people. Okay, so I just wanted to say that. What other news and gossip did I have? Tara Leisha. Y'all know Tara Leisha from The Circle. Tara Leisha is telling everybody, if I ever get on the challenge, I'm bringing everything y'all love and hate about me to the show. The rookies gonna be scared. She said she not sucking up to no vets and they can kiss her ass. And you can see all the other curse words she put in that. And she said she a bad bitch and black girl magic. Tara Leisha, why would you ever tweet this? Because if you ever show up on the show, you gonna be in every elimination till you go home. And I would like to see Tara Leisha on the show. I enjoyed Tara Leisha on the challenge. I think she has a spicy personality that would be good for the show. But this is just, you just don't tweet this kind of stuff out because these people remember this stuff. And they go like, oh, you the bad bitch? Okay, we vote Tara Leisha in. She going in until she go home. And she don't look like the type that's going to win any daily challenges. I'm just saying. Now, what other news and gossip did I have? Okay. Gamer V confirmed that Kyle will not be on season 38 because he's going to film a season of, is it called Gordy Shore? I don't care. Kyle, take a break. Go be with your baby. You wasn't really winning nothing anyway. I think the challenge needs to try to go in a different direction and bring in either some fresh blood or some good blood. I don't know, but wasn't he already on the Gordy Shore? I don't know. We can't watch the Gordy Shore over here in America, so oh well. And then a little bit else I saw about Davon. They said for partners, they considered Ray, and I'm assuming Ray is from X on the Beach, David, Josh, and Derek F. And Gamer V thought that it was either Josh or Derek F that was her partner. I don't know. I feel like Davon is a vet. She's proven herself. Y'all could have gave her a good partner. Y'all could have gave Davon a good partner. She deserved it. Or what happened to the days of the first challenge? Whoever come in first, second, or third, they can pick their partner from there. Why we automatically setting people up for failure? Now, Davon, if you lost the first challenge and got stuck with Derek F, that's on you. That's on you, girl. But Davon that season, when she did that and she was a rookie, I believe she won that first challenge. And she picked Bear. Shit, I don't know. My memory bad. But hey, Eric. Hey, y'all shouting everybody out in the chat. You said Tara Leisha never coming on now. If she does come on, she didn't set herself up for failure. But Tara Leisha was the one y'all remember last week who spoiled Trevor being on the circle. So Tara Leisha don't know how to keep her mouth shut. So they definitely gonna have to make her sign an NDA. Hey Dabu. We're just doing it today because I have a graduation celebration tomorrow. It's graduation season. And I promise you, over the next Friday, I'm in town, so we'll do it. But after that, I'm out of town I'm out of town 3 out of the 4 Fridays in June. So they might be pushed up to Thursday in June. But I'm not making any permanent schedule changes. It's just graduation is tomorrow. I would have been Kyle. It would have been Kyle's 8th season in a row. They said it's Josh's 6th season in a row. I think Josh is if Davon was teamed up with Josh, they probably could have made it very far in the game. Because Josh comes back every season stronger. Davon probably could have controlled. Maybe she probably could have controlled his character like that, arguing and bullshit that Josh does. I don't know, but she definitely would have been set up in a good alliance. Definitely. I really would like to know more about why Davon left. Yeah, I would just like to know more of the truth and not speculation. Right now, we're speculating through the Twitter streets. I would like to know the real reason why Davon left. Finally, he's not going to be Kyle. Yes, Kyle, take a break. Yes. I feel bad, but then again, no Ashley, Corey, CT, Big T. I'm happy about Big T. Excuse me. Kyle, Nani, and hopefully KC on the next season give us some new faces. And y'all heard that Michaela not coming either because they don't want to pay Michaela what she deserves. They want to pay Michaela like she a rookie again. No, pay Michaela what she deserves. She's going to bring in the views. Hey, Andrew. I heard Brad and Melissa are going to be on next season. I'm here for that. I like Brad, and I ain't never disliked. Melissa is the UK girl that just had a baby. She was pregnant through the final, right? I ain't mad at Melissa. She was dropped. See, Andrew, you put the tea up and poured the tea right out. I can't wait till we get some more about the cast of 38, because as much as I complain about the challenge and how all is said, and I hate KC and I hate Josh, I'm watching the shit. I'm watching it regardless. So I'm gonna complain, but then I'm gonna watch it. Now let's get into let's have a quick debate, and then we're gonna get into the shows. Oh Lord, I didn't hit some, y'all. Okay, there we go. So, where's my debate? Gamer V also put this up. She said production has a list of their top female competitors. And I want to know if you all agree. And if you disagree, who would you take off and replace? Number 1, they have Ashley, then Emily, or Laurel, Kayla, and then Rachel. Ashley, I understand she is a 2-time female champion. Okay. Emily, yes. Laurel, yes. Kayla, I don't know. Rachel should definitely be at the top of that list. I don't think Rachel has really won anything. She hasn't been on in so long, but she's a great competitor. So I would personally take Kayla off and put Cam up there, but they might be like, Cam ain't won nothing either. I don't know, but let's debate. Do you all agree with the list or not? I wouldn't mind Tony coming back. That would be great. I like Tony. Bring back some people that we like from back in the day. I heard Frank wants to come back. I saw that on Twitter that Frank was coming back. I don't want to say gay Frank. Sorry. I don't want to describe people like that, but is that the one we're talking about? The one muscular Frank that was angry all the time? I don't know his last name, so I don't know if it's Sweeney or not. Oh, you said take Ashley out. Not Naya. I would put Evelyn up there, but not Naya. Naya on All Stars 3, I barely even know she's on the show. I'm hoping in the next few episodes they'll pick it up, but I feel like I might not see Naya again until she voted into elimination. She's like not on the show. But yeah. Even though Naya is newer. No, not Naya. First off, where's Evelyn and why is Kayla there? Agree. They was smoking some Zuda. I don't know why Kayla is on the list. Kayla done pissed me off over on All Stars too, but we gonna get into that. Okay, that's the right Frank. I don't like to describe people by their sexual orientation, but y'all knew what I meant. No disrespect. Okay, and Sarah, yes, Sarah is also a good one. So that was a good debate. We all agree Kayla should be off the list. Cara and Maria should be on the list. I agree, Andrew. So yeah, I don't know what production is thinking. That kind of tells me those are just production's favorites, but they're not the best competitors. That's who I heard. I heard it was Frank and Laurel will be back on 38. And I'm here for it. I would love to see Laurel get another chance. Mm-hmm. Take Kayla off and add Evelyn or Sarah. I agree with all that. You said add Cara, not Evelyn. I agree with all that. The list, that's your favorites, not the best. That reminds me of that season of Drag Race where Valentina won Miss Congenial, and it was like, congenial. I mean, you might be fan favorite, but you ain't congenial. Okay, y'all. Let's get into the show. I ain't gonna drag Kayla. I got some more stuff to drag Kayla. What do we want to talk about first? Do we want to get into the circle, All Stars 3, or Survivor? Put it up real quick in the chat and we can go from there because I got good stuff to talk about every show. Andrew, you said the top eliminations. Oh, Hunter is coming back too. Y'all got some good tea. I ain't see that. I would like to see Hunter come back. It's a lot of people that have not been on the show for a really long time. I would love to see Hunter come back. I see more Survivor than anything else. So let's get into it. I am going to put up the show for the people who watch this on the repeat and you only want to hear about your favorite show. You could slide that little thing till you see the show pop up and we get ready to talk about it. Okay, Survivor. Last night's episode. First, I want to shout out to Drea. Drea was already beautiful naturally. How can I get this comment off of there? I don't know. I got to figure that out. Naturally beautiful without the makeup and the dress and the flower. But this is stunning. Like, Drea was stunning in the jury last night, and I just want to shout her out real quick. My title of the episode is Last Night Showed Me Why All of Y'all Were Dummies for Voting Out Drea. Oh, even Marianne, and I'm proud of you, Marianne. You had a good game move this week. We're going to discuss Marianne in a little bit. But I feel like this episode showed me why did y'all vote out Drea. It didn't make sense. All of you all are dummies. Drea was the smartest person in the camp. The smartest one. Maybe that's why they voted her out. I don't know. We opened up the episode and what I felt like was disrespect. And I believe I tweeted about it. I didn't understand. Usually when they come back, the beginning of the episode, they come back to camp. Most people are like, man, I really had to see them go. Blah, blah, this. They give it about 30 seconds and then they move on. They did a whole montage to show us Drea being played for a fool by Omar. We got to see that all over again. When he was like, no, I don't have an idol. And then everybody in the camp high-fiving, yeah, we got Drea out. Ooh, 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 I'm so happy we got Drea out. I'm like, y'all some fake bitches. Drea, I hope you watching this at home on the TV. I'm sorry, y'all, my lips felt dry. I've been to the working out. Hey, Glenda. So I'm like, Dre, I hope you watching this. They celebrating a little bit too much. And it kind of felt like with production, wanted to make a fool of Drea all over again. Like, y'all already, we played her for a fool last week. That's why with that Ask Me Idol, I said it last week and I'm going to say it again this week. If you have an idol and you just have it in somebody else's pocket and it's still considered your idol in their pocket, then you still have to give it up. I don't care who pocket your idol sitting in. If I ask you if you have an idol and you still have ownership of an idol, then it's mine. That's like the repo man. When they come looking for your car, the first place they looking is your house. They can't be like, oh, you parked the car at your mama house, so we can't get it. No, they going over to your mama house to get that car. I don't like this Ask Me Idol, so let's eliminate that. But let's get into the episode because I don't want to get upset about Drea going home all over again. But I'm happy y'all agree. They did too much. They did too much with Drea at the beginning of this episode. I appreciate it. But she got her karma, or Omar got his karma at the end. So, David age, it would be good. I ain't watched Survivor. I don't want to go there because I ain't watched that yet. Okay. Let's get into the episode. I done got off my soapbox and out of my feelings about Drea. Edgy girl, Drea ain't gonna win. Let that go. Let's get into the episode at hand. Up first, they have a reward challenge. I'm happy we have 2 separate challenges, a reward and immunity. Omar wins the reward challenge. I forgot what it was, but y'all watched. He got to choose if he wanted, was it 2 people to go with him and they have chicken and vegetables, or 3 people go with him and they eat cookies and cake. The smartest thing would have been to get the chicken and vegetables because that's going to give you the protein and the energy for the immunity challenge. Cookies and cake is cute, but I feel like if I'm starving, the last thing I want is to overload on sugar. Now, it could just be that I'm not supposed to eat all that damn sugar, no way. And I would have a sugar rush. But I just feel like I would go for the healthier options. And I feel like it's less hurtful to have 3 people sitting in the camp than you telling these two people, I don't want to have nothing. You should have let Lindsay, Jonathan, and Mike sit up in the camp chilling, and you could have took the other ones with you to eat the chicken and vegetables. That was me. That's just my opinion. What would y'all do? I actually like the reward decision where you have to choose if you want to bring 2 people for veggies or 3 people for cake. I like the decision too. I like the options. I just felt like he made the wrong choice. I would have went for something that was going to give something to help my body and not something that's just going to hype me up and then I crash, because you have all that sugar, then you're going to crash. But I ain't never been starving for 20-something days. So I don't know. I agree, Eric. I want my chicken all day. Give me the chicken and the vegetables. That's what's gonna give you lasting energy. Right. Give me the fuel. He could have kept the reward. I would have kept it for myself too. But anyway, let's move on. That was cute. I'm happy he took Romeo. Romeo has never been on a reward. Why didn't so-and-so take him last week if they were picking people who never been on a reward? But anyway, so back at camp, Lindsay and Jonathan are lying to each other because they both want to take each other out, and they're like, "It's Mike, right? Was Mike with it? It's Mike, right? Yeah, it's Mike." I can't believe Jonathan had the nerve to say, I still can't remember their tribe name, so I'm just being like the Orange 4. At some point, we made it to the final 6. It's finally time for us to break up. I'm like, you think 4 out of 6? It should have been time a couple of weeks ago, but I just was cussing out the TV last night. I'm like, you think so, Jonathan? The Orange 4 got to break apart at 6, I guess. But anyway, over where they eating the ice cream and cake, whatever they were doing, they lied to each other too, because Marianne want Omar out, but Omar over there telling them if Jonathan don't win, it's Jonathan right, and they all like, yeah. So everybody lying to each other all episode, and I found it quite hilarious. Quite hilarious. We get to the immunity challenge. No, up first, what did I tell y'all last week when we were talking all that hot shit about Omar gonna keep Mike's item? Didn't I tell you last week Omar is not built to stand in Mike's face and say, this my idol now? I told y'all last week, Omar, I don't even think Mike had to ask for it. Omar was so weak, he done hurried up and pulled it out of his pocket. Here you go, sir. You can have this back. He didn't even try to steal it and keep it. I told you, Omar wasn't, he ain't with that life. He is not with that life. Oh yeah, the sugar gonna mess your stomach up. Yep. We gonna get to Lindsay. I watched another podcast that only talks Survivor, and they have been saying since day one, Marianne is getting the winner's edit, and I didn't believe it to this episode, resume building. Carly, hold that comment, because I agree, but then a part of me disagrees, and I just want to have a debate about that. But we gonna get to that. Let's get to the immunity challenge. You know, stair steps, puzzle, all that cute immunity challenge. It was they have to roll the ball. That was cute too. We've seen it a million times before. Lindsay wins. It's between Lindsay and Jonathan every week. That's why I don't understand why one of them ain't been home. It's like don't nobody else even want an opportunity to win immunity. It's Lindsay or Jonathan. So it is what it is. So Lindsay and Omar want Jonathan out. To me, that's an easy vote. I don't even know why we worried about getting Romeo out, Omar. I don't understand. This should have been a very easy week. Yes, Jonathan can go home because I would like to win immunity at the final 5 or the final 4. And if Lindsay and Jonathan are there, ain't none of y'all winning it. Y'all just hoping y'all don't have to make fire. But right, it's just those two and Lindsay, and he's like has to go. Then I'm in the final 4. I don't. Anyway, so I'm kind of with Lindsay and Omar. Jonathan can go home because when else you gonna get him to go home? But then Jonathan and Mike have it in their mind that Omar is the biggest threat on the island, and they done did all this work to convert Marianne. And at the beginning of the episode, I was cussing out Marianne. I'm like, Marianne, you could have worked with Drea last week and got Omar out. But I mean, okay, I ain't gonna ride Marianne too much because I don't want to don't go back in those feelings, Angie. I talked about that last week. Progress. I gotta progress. So I ain't gonna get in my feelings with that. But Marianne is working with Mike, and the whole time, I just don't want Marianne to work with Mike. But she's playing the sleeper game where she slept and played, I'm the goofy, weird girl who gonna get on everybody's nerve, but I'm gonna cut y'all throats at the end. I ain't mad at it. What you want? Hey, that's my son. But, so, Marianne, once she gets it in her mind that it's Omar. Because after Lindsay wins immunity, Lindsay has the amulet that is an item. And this is the last week to play it. And this is the perfect place to put this. You telling me we lost Drea so Lindsay can keep the amulet as a damn souvenir? I'm not gonna get in my feelings, but you telling me we voted out Drea so you can have this idol, so it could be oh so powerful. Y'all fought for this thing day one. This is why I don't like all these twists in the game. And you're not gonna play it? So what? If they're gonna hide it again, next week. Just go out and find it again. You done found every last other one of them. Well, no, that was Marianne. But my point is, that's an amulet. Why would you think they're gonna hide an amulet again? I wouldn't think they would re-hide it. Or maybe I'm thinking too deep. But I think Lindsay was thinking too deep. Like, I don't want to play it, Omar. You safe. It's gonna be Jonathan anyway. So I'm just gonna keep it in my pocket. I want to show this piece of paper to my parents when I get home. Like, bitch, we saw it on the TV. If you have an idol, I don't care if I had a immunity idol around my neck. I'm be like, Jeff, I had this amulet, because that's building your resume. I'm like, I got this amulet and I just want to play it on Omar anyway for the hell of it. I'm never going to just keep something in my pocket on the last week, because you never know what's going to happen. I was so pissed at Lindsay. But at the same time, I'm so proud of Marianne because Omar and Jonathan know about the amulet. And they said, well, you know she going to give it to even your competitors are like, she going to give that shit to Omar, so we got to vote out Romeo. I'm not mad at that logic, but I'm so happy Marianne swooped in with the accounting 101. I got an extra vote. Y'all two vote however y'all want to vote, because she was trying to get them to flip it to Omar, but them dummies wasn't paying her no attention. I was like, look at these dummies. I'm like, you can't reason with them, Marianne. Forget them, because they already don't respect you no way. And that's just true tea. I said, go ahead and get your accounting 101 on. Let them two dummies vote for whoever they want to vote for. Let Lindsay and Omar do whatever they're going to do. You and Romeo, as long as you can make Romeo feel safe enough to not want to vote out Jonathan, you two vote, play that extra vote. If the amulet come out, oh well, on the revote, Romeo, Jonathan, one of y'all going home. I'm so happy Marianne thought of that and did that. I'm so happy she didn't just rock with Mike and Jonathan and vote out Romeo, you know, to be a part of the team and to be a part of, like, tribal council, when them votes came out, because I didn't know what Marianne was going to do. I was just so proud of her. Let's get to these comments, then I want to go back to that comment about resume building. I know it's not even an idol, so why would they hide it again? That was my thought, Miguel. Like, it's an amulet, so that shouldn't be hid again, but I ain't gonna go that deep. I feel like Lindsay was willing to get rid of Omar if she didn't care. Oh. I didn't think about that, Miguel. True tea. If it was Angie out there, I'm willing to get rid of anybody. Because ain't nobody out here my sister. Ain't nobody out here my mama. Anybody can go home long as it ain't me. I got the necklace, so I really don't care who go home. That makes sense. But did Lindsay even know that was coming down the pipeline? I don't even think they knew Omar's name was floating out there. Did they? No, they couldn't have. Because if they did, Lindsay would have played it. So, Yep, Lindsay out here looking. I don't see anybody winning the game. I'm going to come back. That amulet was a waste. Drea would have used it. You saw Drea was pulling out all her stuff. But let's get to that comment before. Everybody is saying Marianne has a winner's edit. I thought they were just showing Marianne because she was goofy and different, and they would just give her screen time. How many days they been out there? 23 days? Y'all, I'm so happy. I'm kind of like the finale next week, but I'm happy the finale is next week so we could talk about Survivor before I go on vacation. So I'm happy about that. But back to the point. Does those 23 days of Marianne just being the goofy, we laughing at you, not with you person on the show, does that one move, does that a deserving move to win the whole game? Because at this point, it's still no reason to vote out Marianne. When I look at the jury, and I don't want this to be racial, but it is. When I look at the jury, if Marianne is sitting there, she got 3 votes, point blank and period, and that's Drea, Rockstar. Is his name? What's that boy name? I done forgot it already. Rox Roy and Chanel. Them 3 votes right there. And I believe she would have High because High respects gameplay. And that's probably enough to win. But I think the older people, as they get voted out, like the Mikes or the Jonathans, the Lindsays, I don't think they would vote for Marianne. Put it in the chat. Does that one game move deserve to win the game just because she was the one to get out Omar? To me, I say no, because I'm like, she ain't did nothing else the whole game. But that's a part that could be her strategy. Like, I was laying low, I was letting y'all fight and do y'all thing, and then because she's gonna have another big move next week. Now, we don't know how it's gonna go down, but I can guarantee you, I'll put money on it right now. What's today? May 19th. Marianne ain't going home with no idol in her pocket. Next week, Marianne playing that idol. She might have 0 votes in that little bucket. I bet you Marianne play that idol. Even though I don't think she's in danger of going home. I don't think she's in danger of going home. I think next week, everyone's going to be gunning for Lindsay or Jonathan. Who else? Romeo gonna be sitting in that final 3. Romeo not even gonna have to make fire. Romeo is sitting in the final 3, just wasting space. Who's left? Mike. For us at home, we know Mike doesn't have a winning game. But do the people out there feel that he's done enough to win the game? I don't know. But I feel like Marianne and Romeo are safe. It's still Lindsay, Jonathan, and Mike to fight it out for the final 5 and the final 4. Marianne could have just not told Mike and Jonathan about the vote since she had 2 votes and was going to be 3-2-2 vote on Omar. So why tell them? They dummies anyway. I think she was trying to work with them. Like, throughout the episode, you saw her and Mike saying little things. Nobody will never believe we're working together. Nobody will never believe this. So I think she was trying to work with Mike. And you just can't reason with stupid. Mike hasn't... Us at home, we've seen Mike hasn't done anything strategic. Everything Mike has done this whole game is an emotional backlash for something he thinks somebody did to him the week before. And whatever. Lindsay didn't know all that. I know. I personally don't think it's enough, but depending on who she sits next to, she might be the most liked. The only thing I have to say to that, Carly, is we know one of the 3 is going to be Romeo. So she's going to beat Romeo. But if she's sitting next to a Mike, Marianne, Romeo, Marianne might win. But if she's sitting next to a Lindsay or a Jonathan in the final 3, and they have all those immunity wins and things like that, I don't know if Marianne can beat them. But Marianne is very intelligent. From that episode when they had to explain the 3 black people in the jury, Marianne, when Drea was all emotional, Marianne was able to intelligently state her facts and points to get her point of view across and why she was playing her idol. So I think she might be the best one to know how to explain her sleeper game and I cut you at the end. I don't know. At this point, yes, ain't no one else even close to beating her besides maybe Lindsay, and she has to get there, though. She'll be at the 4, but if she wins fire, then she'll kill everyone in the final with the speech. I agree. That might be some, like, Marianne. I've never seen Marianne make any fire on the show. But I agree. Whoever wins final, I think it's the final four immunity, which will probably be Lindsay or Jonathan. They're not taking Mary Ann. They're going to take Jonathan, and then the other two are going to have to make fire. And I don't know if Mary Ann can make fire. Now, if Mary Ann has to make fire and she wins at making fire, she wins the game, hands down. Hands down. This might be a season where somebody have to slick be like, put two people on the jury and go down there and make fire against Mary Ann to get her on the jury. And because if you let Mary Ann make fire against a Lindsay or a Jonathan and she beats them at fire, she ain't even got to make a speech. For me, that's game right there. But I don't know if the people in the game respect Mary Ann enough to know that she's a top person to win now. I guess we'll see next week, but I just feel like they ain't respected her this whole game. Why would one game move turn on your respect switch? Like, whoop, respect now. No, I think she has a good resume. She is similar to Erica last season. She has been involved in all the votes and also have a great relationship with everyone. Next week is going to be her week again. Does she have a great relationship with everybody? Because to me, everybody said Mary Ann was on their damn nerve. So, I don't know. But I think she'll have the black people vote for sure. Just off GP. I think so. They're going to try and vote for her because no one knows she had. See, when she played that Idol, that's going to be another good move. And that's why they're going to make her make fire in the Final Four. I wonder who goes home next week. Let's think about that. If she's going to pull it out and her vote is going to be the only one that counts and it's going to be impressive to the jury. Agreed. I agree. She's going to build her resume even more next week. Literally everything Mike's been mad about. Right. He's done the same thing to somebody else. I agree. To be honest, I don't think the jury will respect Lindsay or Jonathan for the challenges since they view Jonathan as a non-threat and Lindsay as second to Omar. No, Andrew, we haven't talked about the challenge yet. We're about to get into the challenge because y'all know I can get to be talking. Oh, I could talk all night. Oh, wow, Mary Ann can win this thing going to the Final Four and then just has to get to Final Three. Nobody else has done anything in the game. I'm really agreeing with what you all are saying. I think Drea will campaign for Mary Ann in that jury. I think Drea will. Will Omar respect the move enough? It's a lot of gamers in the jury, so I think Omar might even respect Mary Ann enough. I can't wait. I still don't like her, but just want somebody who did something to win, plus the fact she's black. I agree, we root for everybody black. I root for everybody black. Y'all know it's been an up and down roller coaster with me and Mary Ann all season. She'll be on my last nerve one episode. They're like, oh, Mary Ann. And then I'm like, ooh, my last nerve. Oh, Mary Ann. It's been a roller coaster. Let's talk about Final Five. Going into the Final Five, two people are safe, period. And that's Mary Ann and Jonathan. Romeo, I feel like we ain't even gotta discuss Romeo. I feel like he's getting dragged to the end. So between Lindsay and Jonathan, is it pretty much whoever doesn't win immunity goes home at Final Five, Lindsay or Jonathan? I feel like that's how that's going to be. And let's, for shits and giggles, just say it's Jonathan. I would love to see Jonathan sitting on the jury. I would love to see Jonathan just sitting. I don't want him to even have a speech. So let's say it's Lindsay, Romeo, Mike, and Mary Ann in the Final Four. And just based off of probabilities, statistics, past data, Lindsay gonna win that. Lindsay's winning that Final Four. Who does Lindsay take and who does she make fire? I feel like Lindsay automatically takes Romeo. Marianne has to beat Mike at making fire, which I don't know if she can do, but if she does, she wins. If Mike wins at making fire, then Lindsay wins. So I feel like we're going to have a female winner, period. Y'all agree? That's just how I went through it in my mind real quick. I ain't no mind reader. I ain't got no psychic powers, but that's kind of how I feel. Now, if we flip it and reverse it, and Lindsay is the one who goes home, and it's Jonathan, Mike, Marianne, Romeo. Jonathan gonna win that Final Four. I think Jonathan dumb enough to take Mike. Marianne and Romeo makes fire. Marianne wins at fire over Romeo and wins the whole thing, period. And if Marianne loses to Romeo, then Jonathan wins. I agree. I think. I wonder if they got a little gambling app where I can put some money on my theory, because I think I'm kind of right. Let me see what y'all think. Yeah, I know Mike have an idol. That's why Mike automatically goes to Final Four. I hope production don't give Lindsay an idol because that preview had... Let's go ahead and put the conspiracy on the table. Production, I'm not against, I'm against it, but I believe production helps out who they want to help out. And if Romeo goes home at the Final Four, Final Five, whatever number, I don't forgot the number already. If Romeo goes home next because Lindsay finds an idol, and that damn amulet idol is replanted and Lindsay finds it, set up. I might not even review the shit if that happened next week. I'm gonna be pissed because I'm gonna see production's fingers all in that. That amulet idol should not, because she didn't even play it. So how we gonna rehide something that she ain't play? No, I'm gonna be highly pissed if we see that next week. I hope that doesn't happen. But Miguel, I'm gonna remember what you said, and I'm gonna be over it. I'm gonna be over it if I see that. But we shall see. We shall see. Andrew ready to talk about the challenge. Next season of the challenge will be better if last place person went to elimination and the person picks who they want to go against. They had a season like that. No, I think the season was the house got to vote in who they wanted, but if you got voted in, you could still pick anybody to go against. I like when you can call out who you want to go against. I do like that. Marianne and Romeo is definitely going to be a female winner. If what Miguel was talking about does not happen, we will have a female winner. But if production do some funny shit so Lindsay or Jonathan can win to get Romeo and Marianne out, oh, I'm gonna be cussing CBS out all next week. All next week. Who y'all think gonna win between Jonathan, Mike, and Romeo? Jonathan wins. Because I don't even think Mike knows how to talk to people. So I don't think Jonathan knows how to talk to people either. But then what is Romeo gonna say? Romeo has barely even been on the show. So that would be a funny tribal council. The shade the jury would give those three would be hilarious. Honestly, what would Jonathan even say in his speech? That he won everything. He pulled his tribe on the beach in the ocean when everybody was drowning. You know, he gonna talk big and bad about himself, how he lost, his sad side, I lost all the weight and I still was a good competitor and I was eating the same food as everybody. He'll find some bullshit to say. I think Lindsay is getting the winner's edit as well. I would love to see Marianne win. I would like to see Marianne win. I don't see how she gets there unless she knows how to make fire. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be a good, it's 2 hours next week. Are they doing a reunion? Because last year they didn't do a reunion. They just kind of ate pizza and talked about the show at the last tribal council. And I don't like that. I like to see everybody in their full makeup. I want to see what you look like outside of the jungle. But last season there was another something at the end. I just can't remember. Yeah, last season they did the reunion at the final tribal council, and they just let everybody eat pizza while they talked about the show, and then Jeff revealed the votes. But I think they might have did that because of COVID. This was filmed in the past, so they might do the same thing. Maybe Survivor 43, they might get back to the live shows. I personally enjoy the live show, so it was an advantage in the challenge. Glenda Erica found it and used it on Ricard to make him lose the challenge. I forgot. I don't know if y'all talking within the chat because I don't know what y'all talking about. But let's move on to the next show because we could talk about Survivor all night. Let's go into what Andrew want to talk about. Let me put the picture up so y'all can find it on the rewatch. Let's get into the challenge All Stars 3. I really do like this promo picture. I think it's really nice. And it's kind of sad that Cyrus is like who your eyes is drawn to on this picture, and he's already gone on episode 3. That's very sad to me. But whew, it was a lot of nonsense going on this week. It was a lot of nonsense going on. A lot of people that should get cussed out. A lot of people that this is why I don't think Kayla and Sylvia should be on All Stars 3. Because the challenge is fresh to them. Like, they ain't take no 10, 15-year break and got to get back into, scheming and politicking and all that. Like, it's fresh to them. They just did it a couple of seasons ago. And they're younger. And I don't appreciate Kayla and all her age jokes. See, bitch, let me tell you something real quick, Kayla, if you ever come across this Kiss My Chicks video. A bitch like you, when you get to be 40, you going to look 80 because you made fun of other people in their age and you keep forgetting that it's a blessing to see every year God allows you to see. And just because you were born a decade or two after somebody don't mean you can shade them because they're older than you. Because, bitch, you better hope God lets you see to be 40 years old, and you better hope to look as good as Kellyanne or Kendall at that age. Because, see, a bitch like you will wrinkle up real fast because you nasty and dirty. But, okay, that's it. That's it for Kayla. I had to say that because this is the second episode she been on there making fun of people because of their age. And I don't appreciate it. And I could just be in my feelings because I'm their age. But anyway, let's get into the show. The show. What you said, Miguel, you said, let me just say, if Jimmy and Tina didn't go home, Veronica would have washed Kendall and that. Now, Miguel, I can't say point blank period on that. Because let me tell you, Veronica to me is the layup of the season. Veronica to me, her and Jimmy were the layups of the season. Veronica ain't in that kind of shape to be bending down, throwing sandbags and busting through walls. I think Kellyanne, you seen Kellyanne on 2 hands, on 2 bricks, holding her whole body up to the side. That wasn't Kellyanne, that was Kendall, but Kendall would have washed Veronica. Oh, I'm sorry, Miguel. I read it wrong. Veronica is washed by Kellyanne. Yeah, Kendall was washing her ass. I agree. See, I had got my feelings a little bit. I read it wrong. But you're correct, Miguel. Veronica would have been gone. And let's get this Treehouse Alliance shade out the way real quick. Y'all will never be the palace. Never. Y'all name is whack. The Treehouse. And it's a whole bunch of layup bitches that's banding together to get the strong people out. That's weak. And Ronnie, Just because you stay in the room with them don't mean you can't go over there and be in the palace. Don't do no foolishness, Ronnie, on this show, because I really don't know you that well, and I want to like you. But F the treehouse. Kayla shade towards Mark. I don't know much about the 70s. Maybe I should ask Mark. Bitch, I done already cussed Kayla out over the age remarks. I ain't gonna get upset. I ain't gonna get upset. She did say I could go ask Mark or I can go ask my mom. But you know what? It's funny. I was thinking about that during the episode. I was like, they back here doing 70s parties. I said, I wonder is, because you know now the big thing is to throw a 90s party. And I'm like, bitch, 90s? But then we got to be, because you know I graduated high school in the 90s. And I'm like, I wonder if that's how my parents felt. Like when I see all the young people remaking Freaknik and stuff like that, I'm like, I wonder if that's how my parents feel when we used to throw 70s parties and put them afros and bell bottoms on. Everything, life just keeps on going. And all you can do is just be happy that God is letting you live it. But anyway, let's move on. But I did think of that. I'm like, these young people redoing Freaknik, getting their airbrush outfits on. I said, look at them. Because I'm thinking the 90s was like 5 years ago. I'm like, bitch, no. Get over it. Kayla made another age joke. It was like every episode because I'm not here for it. It's just like, it's not necessary. And this is why she shouldn't be on here. Because this is for the people who respect the game and we want to see these people. We don't need no young people over here throwing shade in the confessionals because, bitch, if you was a real bitch, you would say it to their face, but you didn't. I ain't gonna get upset. Kayla should have stayed at home, forget her lane. But it's too easy for young folks. Jordan, Janae, Kayla, Sylvia are the authority again. They gotta go to the main show. Jordan, a lot of these people should be on the main show. And I don't mind if you flip back and forth. But if you gonna come on All Stars, come over here with an All Stars respect and attitude. If you just gonna make fun of people because they're a couple of years older than you, then you can stay over there and let them make fun of you for being a whore who has sex in porta potties. So we ain't forgot who you were, Kayla. But moving, I ain't gonna say nothing else about Kayla. Let's talk about the show. I see y'all comments. I promise I see them, but I ain't gonna shade Kayla no more. So let's get into the show. So who got the damn sabotages? Yes, has a sabotage. It's not. It's Kendall. I can't wait to talk about Kendall next. Let's talk about this conversation between Yes and Wes. And I need one of them to go home because that's a tongue twister to me. Have to say their name back to back. Now, Yes approaches Wes, and in my mind, and I could have been a little bit tipsy, I don't know. When he was like, I want to give you my sabotage since you like power and all this kind of stuff, I thought he was telling Wes, I'm going to give it to you so you could play it because you like to do dirty. But he was saying, I want to put the sabotage on you. I don't understand why that conversation was necessary. To me, it just made a bigger target on your back for Wes. Like, just show up to the challenge and be like, I'm going to sabotage Wes. All that nicety conversation wasn't necessary. Now, here come Kendall. See, I was shading Kayla too much and all the congestion that came up. I said that yesterday in my video. When I get to shading people, I get all congested over again. Now, I don't understand what. Let me go to the picture. Where is it? Not Drake. Y'all see this tweet that Kellyanne, she said, look at our Kendall Barbie. I can't see that shit that small. After Kendall got out another female because she dragged. Now y'all saying Veronica could have threw them sandbags. She couldn't even take that ball from Kendall who weighed 100 pounds. But anyway, Kendall dragged Veronica through that whole challenge, and then for the next round, for everybody to jump on her and get her out. And Kellyanne is pretty much saying Kendall is a bad bitch. Now let me tell you why Kendall not a bad bitch. Number one, y'all knew the rules of the game before y'all even gave out this sabotage. You know it's about, this game is all about numbers. And if you got an alliance with some numbers, that's what you're supposed to do. Gang up on people so your alliance can be in authority. So why Kellyanne in her right mind talking about, I want all the women to play fair and not get no bags, so I want to give 35 pounds to a man. When Johnny is standing right there and like, bitch, just give me the 35 pounds. You could have gave it to Johnny, but why even do that? Girl, the treehouse is gunning for you and your girlfriend, Kellyanne. Throw that shit on Sylvia. Throw that shit on Jimmy, Kayla, anybody in the treehouse. I don't understand why that was so hard for you. Like, oh, I just don't want to hurt nobody. Feeling like, bitch, you want $500. What's the prize? $500,000 or not? Because to me, it sounds like you don't really want the money. Because I ain't never seen nobody win the challenge playing nice. And if you was going to throw it on a man, I was shading too much. My lips got dry. If you wanted to throw it on a man to help Wes, why would you throw it on a man that's already bigger than Wes? Like, why not throw it on Derek? Yes. Who up? Nehemiah. Like, anybody that's smaller than Wes, so Wes has an opportunity to take them down. Now, of course, MJ and Veronica automatically elimination. They're the first ones out. Y'all tell me if y'all feel the same way. I kind of felt like MJ was going to lose that anyway because of his knee and having to go through all that thick mud and your leg could get twisted. Like, that was too much on his knee. So I felt like MJ was losing that anyway. So why is Johnny so mad that he got the 35 pounds when he was going to lose that anyway? And that 35 pounds wasn't nothing to MJ. But do y'all think should Johnny and MJ have been that mad for the sabotage? MJ didn't even try because he was kind of like, I ain't gonna mess up my knee. So it wasn't like the sabotage took him out. His knee took him out. But, and then if we're gonna play devil's advocate, if MJ and Johnny are a pair, and I can't stand his ass neither, Davion. So I ain't trying to say nothing too nice. But if MJ and Johnny are a pair, and Johnny as a woman says, just give me the vest, and then Kellyanne is thinking, well, I don't want to give it to a woman, so if it's okay with Johnny, maybe it's okay with MJ too. Maybe Kellyanne was thinking that. I'm trying to help you out. I'm calling the child Kellyanne. Y'all know I'm talking about Kendall, right? Y'all know I'm talking about Kendall. They shouldn't have 2 Ks in the alliance. But anyway. So I'm trying to help you out, Kendall. Like, I'm trying to understand. I don't understand why she went to TJ and was like, can I give it to a guy? Can a guy get my sabotage? Because next week, the men gonna throw the sabotages on you. I don't get it. Okay, let me go back. Yeah, her indecisive ass. Wait, Kayla shading them, but girl, you got with Corey and got dumped a week later for Camilla. Oh yeah, and you pissed your girl. Yeah, I don't want to get congested again. That was Zuda who threw shade at Kayla, but yeah, all that. Like, bitch, I need to be tweeting them. Like, get here. She pissed her bed. Get her. She was fucking bare with her man at home on camera. Get her. You know, Nelson said she was fucking in the porta potty. Get her. You know, somebody need to read her. Where is Ayana? Ayana couldn't been on no season with Kayla. Because Ayana would have been cussed Kayla out. Been. Day one. This West versus Yes rival, what he said makes no sense. Seems kind of desperate. I don't get Yes's hype. Like, he walking around the show like he bananas. Like he got 6 rings in the new game. Like, sir, you just got this ring, and the only reason you got it is because y'all had to walk 20 miles in the wilderness, and you do that every weekend in your backyard. So that wasn't hard for you. So let's not pretend like Wes, yes, he walking around like he big man on campus, and I don't like it. He needs to be checked. He needs to be put into an elimination. Right, real cocky. I don't like it. He gonna be checked, because I'm gonna say this. If Yes makes it to a final this season and never has to see the elimination, I'm gonna give him his props, because he gonna have to do a lot of shit talking to make that happen. But I don't see him not seeing elimination this season. You right, Miguel. They setting us up for a West versus Yes elimination. No. You're not wrong. They are setting us up for a West versus Yes elimination, and I hope West washes him. Wash. Now let's talk about this fight between Yes and Nehemiah, because Yes just want to wrestle Nehemiah for whatever reason. I see a huge pregame alliance this season, because why is Yes not trying to get into the authority for himself? Why he wasting his time wrestling Nehemiah, who doesn't even have a ball? I see it's a huge pregame alliance. I ain't figured out who all in it. I believe Kayla, and I believe a lot of the new school are in it. And I forgot about Veronica West. And that's another thing. I was listening to another podcast. Why is it that Wes and Nehemiah are scared to say good morning to each other, because they don't want to seem like they're working together because they were on the same show, when Veronica and Yes were on the same season and they damn near making unanimous moves together and ain't nobody worried about none of that? Like, why is it that Nehemiah has to play a certain way because Wes is in the show? But Yes and Veronica, who have been on the same season, and mind you, many of these people have been on multiple seasons of the challenge and have played together and have much better friendships than that. But we just gonna focus on Nehemiah and Wes and what they doing and whatever. Yes, he got a lot of coffee to make. That shit ain't gonna work. That shit ain't gonna work. I don't understand why it worked season 1. I think season 1 was just a test season, but I'm done with Kendall. Yeah, Kendall just needs to win challenges and lead us. Don't lead the strap. Kendall and Kellyanne need to really make an alliance with Darrell and let Darrell run the strategy like Darrell and Derek. They need somebody to lead them, because they just ain't got the best strategy. I already said I can't stand MJ or John. You know what? Ever since we found out what production did for MJ and Johnny last season's finale, I don't respect their win. So when they come around like they're champs and we're the what they call it when you come back to defend, I guess it's just we're the defending champs. We just won last season. I don't respect that. Like, nah, production pretty much just gave y'all $500,000, but whatever. Because, yeah, Johnny had a whole moment. I was a layup, but I've come a long way, and I'm one of the best now. Yeah, girl, you one of the best of everybody that's in their 40s and 50s. But let's not act like Johnny can go turn up on season 38 on MTV and perform the exact same way. I like Johnny, but the girl hasn't been in elimination since Exes 2 and she lost. She hasn't. won since free agents 2014, so she can shut up and be glad she's not in danger. Oh, Johnny is in danger. I just don't see people wanting people who just won last season to get an easy ride to the final, especially after production just cheated for them. They asses got to go home first, because if production did cheat for y'all last year, they can cheat this year too. So Johnny gonna have her turn, and like I said, this is some heavy hitters this season. I don't see any layups, so she gonna have a hard time in elimination unless they put a puzzle down there. Honestly, everyone there, and you couldn't choose one person. Right, we ain't gonna get back on Kendall. Yes, sucks pretty much. I hope he's gone soon. I think they're gonna keep him around till they have the perfect opportunity for one of them to lose and then throw the other one in to go against them. But let's get into the authority and who they pick to go into elimination. Now, mind you, before they have to go pick, Tina broke her finger. Tina got to go home. Girl, I'm proud of you for at least not quitting this season. So if you come back next season, Tina, you all right with me. At least you ain't quit this year. Jimmy's father is sick. I don't follow Jimmy on social media, so I'm hoping your father is much better now. And I'm going to say that. I hope he ain't passed or nothing like that. But Jimmy, I hope your father is okay. But Jimmy had to go home and take care of personal business. So ultimately, Brad and Jordan were the only two people in the authority that did not want to help out Wes. And they had an agenda against Kendall. So Kendall was going in regardless. So Brad and Jordan burnt their votes on. I know Nia got a vote. Like, that's the only time I heard Nia's name in all 3 episodes. Nia got a burn vote, and I forgot where. But anyway, so they voted in Kendall. But ultimately, we know since Tina and Jimmy went home, Veronica and Kendall, y'all safe. The guys was a toss-up because for whatever reason, I don't know why MJ didn't take this opportunity to take his shot at Yes. He's twice his size. Maybe he was thinking his knee, if it had anything to do with running, maybe Yes might beat him. And so y'all seen Cyrus was rubbing them knees all episode. He had that little rolling thing. Cyrus was rubbing his knees and his back all episode. He said, let me go against old man Cyrus. Look at me shading people. But Cyrus called himself old. But anyway. He said, let me go against old man Cyrus. And I have a better chance against his knees over Yes's knees. So that's the only thing. That's the only reason I could think of that. Because Mark was trying to help him. Like, look, he way smaller than you. You might want to take Yes. But since MJ told everybody he wanted Cyrus, the authority gave him Cyrus. They was really pushing for Yes, but they was like, we ain't gonna play Wes's game. I guess y'all just play MJ's game, but whatever. So y'all already seen the sandbags. They had to throw the sandbags. I thought this was a great elimination. It had to do with strength and endurance. I don't know how Cyrus caught up that fast because all of his bags were on the ground and all of MJ's bags were in the bucket. But anyway, like you said, Andrew, Cyrus did almost win that. When it came to busting that wall, I feel like if Cyrus would have used his body weight and just broke through and got out and rang the bell, he could have beat MJ because Darrell and them were yelling, just go through. But when you hear people up top saying just go through, you kind of don't know if they talking to you or MJ. But Cyrus could have won that. And I was really proud of him. I hated to see Cyrus go home. It kind of felt like an attack on the Palace to me. Because every week the Palace is going home. We done had Melinda, Latarian, now Cyrus. Cynthia probably would have been in the Palace. So I'm really rooting for Nehemiah and West to kind of pull this out. But MJ won. Next week they bringing in a replacement. In the chat real quick, who do you think the replacement might be? Why they catering to MJ like he did something oh so suspect as right. I don't put no respect on it. Like, how can you win the final when you didn't even complete phase one? But moving on, we ain't gonna go all the way back to last season. Janae cocky for no reason. Tell me what she did against Cara, Camilla, Emily, Teresa, Laura, Paula. I'll wait too, Dabu, but we ain't got all night. We ain't got all night to wait. We ain't got all year. I mean, let me ask y'all this real quick. So, when the Challenge All-Stars 2 was airing, was the cast already filming All-Stars 3? Because I'm kind of thinking it's no way that MJ and Janae went into All-Stars 3 after Twitter just blew them up for production helping y'all win the finals. So I feel like when it was airing, they were already filming because their cockiness is too high. Like, they still on the level of, oh, they don't know we cheated. They don't know production gave this to us. So we a bad bitch. But I feel like if they were at home and saw Twitter and how we roasted them and dragged them and production, they would have been a little bit more humble. And maybe season 4, they might be more humble because after everybody on the cast see how they gonna check them, they gonna put them in check. They had to be filming this before the news came out because I know a bitch like Tina, Veronica, them sassy bitches would have put her in check real quick. Like, bitch, if it weren't for production, you wouldn't have nothing. Oh no, Zuda. Hey, Inga. You think it's Beth? It could be Beth's ass because they said Beth didn't come back for 2 because she was filming Homecoming and she was an alternate. I ain't mad at Beth for coming in. I'm not mad at Beth for coming in. I wish. See, Tina went. See, production. Y'all should have gone ahead and let Beth been in first, so her and Tina could have at least apologized or threw more shade at each other, and we could have had something to watch. But Tina going and Beth coming in is like a womp womp. That's a womp womp. You saw Drew is good at breaking down that damn film. Drew could zoom in and see anything on them damn trailers. It probably is Beth. That's a good pick, and I hope it's her. I do hope it's her. That's somebody who will be in the palace for Nehemiah. But damn it, y'all should have had her in day 1 so we could at least see her and Tina and let's at least see what could have happened. Yeah, it's probably Beth Carly. Yeah. I hope so. They went right to the next season. I don't think they went home after season 2. Okay, so don't nobody know the foolishness that went down. So that's why they so cocky. Yes. By season 4, they'll be humble. Honestly, I feel if Julie wants to make good TV, she should be on All Star. Do not bring Julie's racist ass to All Stars. Period. I'm not watching it. I'm not watching it. And y'all know it's certain people who, if I see on my TV, they on my permanent fast forward. I'm not watching Julie on my TV. Period. That's really why I haven't went back to All Stars 2. Like, I'm still 2 episodes behind because I just and I know y'all told me they moved on, they offered Julie and her racism, but I just don't want to see Julie on my TV. Period. Right. Yeah, you want to see the Beth and Tina dynamic. Man, y'all missed out on that production. Maybe season 4. But maybe has Beth been to a final? Because you had to be in a final to get on this season. My memory ain't that long. Has Beth ever been to a final? I don't think so, because they used to throw Beth in the elimination like that. They used to get Beth up out of there. So, but anyway, we'll see. There is tea about Beth and Tina. Ooh, at the airport. I guess Beth freaked out and she turned into an alternate because, but that's hearsay at the moment. Was I too shady, y'all? Ooh, I would like to know this airport tea. So that's telling me Beth got scared. But I mean, I guess bitch did punch you in the face, but you told it to. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Beth was like, when Tina go home, I'll come in. She knew Tina ass was going home. I don't care that Tina and Jimmy went home. Neither one of them was going. They sure wasn't. They sure wasn't. But I don't care that Jimmy went home. I like Tina this season. But Drew said Beth and Tina got into it before they got to the house, so that's why she stayed an alternate. Oh, I wish they would have had a camera going. They need to start filming the airplane. Like they used to do it back in the day. They would film them getting off the plane and riding out to the house. They need to put them cameras back in the airport. It's Karen Beth. Yeah, Beth is a Karen. I could deal with a Karen because I know how to check a Karen. Once I see the bullshit I seen from Julie, them the type of people I just don't fuck with at all. At all. But I could deal with a Karen. And like I said, my memory ain't that good. I'm in the same age group as these people. I done already forgot the bullshit Beth did on All Stars too. Like, I ain't forgot, but I done forgot. Like, shit on top of my brain. Laurel needs to be on All Stars too. Yeah. Heather and Cook. I want to see Rachel on 38. They done already let Rachel do this little workout. I did the workout. I did the workout twice. That shit hard. That little 30-minute thing is hard. But I'm going to keep, I do enjoy it, and I like that it's on YouTube so I can keep going back to it. I agree. I mean, I feel like as the show gains more popularity, more of the vets will be like, I can do 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Let's go. Let me do it. And especially now that COVID numbers are going down and they only have to stay in quarantine 1 week and not 2 weeks, it's easier to produce the show. And I think more people will come out. But what I don't want is all the younger people like Corey, Nelson, all them from the regular show to be like, oh, I can't win on the regular show, so let me go over here and whoop up on the All-Stars. No. Like the Kaylas and them, I can't beat Cara, so let me come over here and play with Kendall. And I don't really think she could beat Kendall, but let's move on. We'll see. We'll see as the season progresses. Yeah, she probably saw Tina. And Veronica, and she was like, "Oh hell no, Yeah, because especially she just got beat up by Tammy, David. Beth was like, I done just got finished with Tammy, David, Irene, all them. I can't come over here and deal with Veronica and Tina next. I understand. She was like, oh, hell no. Ooh, but Beth still got to see Veronica. Well, this going to be good. It's going to be some good TV next week. Oh, and I don't go out of town next week, so we're going to have a good conversation next week. And she didn't quit her elimination this time. Yeah, she didn't quit. But we still haven't got to see Tina versus Melinda yet, and I'm looking forward to that. So maybe season 4. They said COVID numbers are going back up according to Biden. They ain't going back up in my town. But the All-Stars 3 eliminations. Yes, these eliminations are so good. It has to be 2 totally different production teams. Because the challenges, like how y'all gonna make, no shade, because these people are my age, these 50 and 40-year-olds do challenges 10 times harder than the little ABC Scooby-Dooby-Doo Starlight Bright puzzles y'all got these 20-year-olds doing on MTV. Like the challenges and the eliminations are way harder. Way more entertaining. Like all the fireworks you like to do on MTV, stop it. You see what they doing on Paramount Plus with just a little bit of water, a little bit of mud. We ain't gotta see no explosion. I don't give a damn about no army tank. I work on the base. I see fucking tanks and shit every day I go up there. That's not impressive. Get back to the game. Right. Personally, I feel Tina redeemed herself this season from last season. I agree. I just wonder why she quit. Like if you were gonna come and compete this season, why not compete last season? You probably could have beat Melinda. She wasn't running that fast. I believe her knee was hurt last season too. But let me move on. Ooh, Beth and Janae get into it because she talks about ooh. Now you know Beth a messy bitch too. She'll bring that shit up. Ooh, I can't wait. We about to have some good TV. Ooh, Beth, you messy for that. I'm not messy. I listen to the mess, but I don't really start no mess. You got to be a messy bitch to bring that up on camera. But is it true? We gonna know if it's true by the way they react. Shoot, I want to see Melinda and Tina in the first elimination next season just to get it over with. Both of y'all bitches got to go in. Yes, and make them do that run and tag elimination because I think Tina probably could have beat Melinda, but we shall never know. We heard the rumors too, Inga. We heard all of that last season, but I ain't had no proof, and that's all allegedly. I don't know these people in their personal business, but that's scandalous. And let me be messy for a second, since we're gonna be messy. Just because y'all won last season together, why y'all gotta be so tight? Like that's my ride or die. Can't nobody do nothing to MJ. Girl, this ain't no partner season. You ain't got no other friends on the show. You feeding into the mess in the streets. See, now we being messy. I done got to thinking. Let me stop being messy. We ain't gonna have no time to talk about the circle because it's been an hour and a half. I heard next season that they're starting to send out calls to competitors. They should be. I can't wait to see who they're gonna put on 38. Tina say her and Melinda are friends, so maybe she didn't want to beat her last season. It didn't seem like they were friends last season, but they were really friendly this season. I don't see that. You telling me Tina would have quit again this season if Melinda didn't quit? Or maybe they have an understanding. I quit first, you quit second. Who knows? The first elimination looked hard. I'm not even interested in the flagship show anymore. All Stars is great. I'm there with you, Inga, but I'm not gonna be fake. I'm not interested. It's a lot of people I dislike, but I'm still gonna watch the shit and just complain as I'm watching it. It would have to get extremely, extremely, extremely bad. Like if it's exactly like last season, I ain't watching it. But I'm still gonna watch it. I believe this because Janae and MJ way too close. I'm his good luck child. See? Who started this? Who said the first thing about it? Dabu started it. Dabu started the mess, and I got messy right with him. So, yeah, everything, once Dabu said it, all that came back. Yeah, that's your best friend. That's your partner. This is a solo game. It's a solo game. At least they ain't playing tic-tac-toe this season. Was that All Stars or was that the main show? I did not like that elimination, the tic-tac-toe fireball. I did not like that. I'm still gonna watch too. You know we gonna watch. We gonna watch and we gonna talk shit on Twitter, but we gonna watch. Yep. I used to say that, Inga, until I realized I ain't watched all the seasons. I thought I started from the beginning, but I can't wait for it. I really want to see season 1. I really hope they one day put it up on YouTube or Paramount Plus somewhere. I would love to be able to watch season 1. But you hope MJ has to do knots so fast elimination. MJ gonna get voted back in because, or he gonna lose again because he has a bad knee. So it's unfortunate, but I think it's, y'all done put the mess up here. It looks like it's gonna be a good season. I can't wait to see it all unfold. Janae went after Kendall. Right. See, Dabu. Once you said it, all of this is now starting to make more sense because I said it earlier. Janae was already volunteering for the vest. So I'm like, she gave it to MJ. Y'all supposed to be partners. Why are you so mad that she gave it to MJ? It do kind of seem like too much. Like I got too mad. Like she had a little bit of a Bailey getting mad somebody did something to Swaggy kind of thing going on. So, ooh, Janae, you better. I got a whole new set of lenses on my eyes watching them two going forward. Thank you for bringing that up, Dabu. Thank you for bringing that up. Have you seen some of the clips I've sent you from the challenge or real world seasons? Yes. But I didn't want to start them because currently I'm rewatching. Y'all told me to watch Key West. That's where Bananas came from. So currently I'm watching Key West. And I was like, oh, that's Janelle. Who else was on there? I done forgot that fast. Everybody was damn on the challenge from Key West. And so I was like, oh, so I do like refreshing. But yes, I do watch them. But I didn't want to start them all over until I do one at a time. I wish they would kind of announce who's going to be the next homecoming, what city they're going to go to next. I really want it to be Vegas or Hawaii. Yeah, Vegas or Hawaii, but you gotta be shady and messy on PH Stella, on O Stella. Yes. Bring up the tea. Like we do want to talk strategy, but we want to talk the news and gossip too. We wanna do the whole package on O Stella. We're gonna talk about the game, but tell me the tea as well. And I got a brand new eyes for MJ and Janae now that my memory is refreshed about those rumors. Yep, Tyler was on that season. Oh yeah, Tyler, Paula, Janelle, Bananas. It was some Russian girl, Svetlana. Yeah, I remember that. I really am into Key West. That was a good season. I had never seen it before. It doesn't seem like people are really hooking up in the house yet. Paula has some issues, so I ain't gonna blame it, but she was kind of aggravating me on Key West. But it's amazing to see how much time has passed. The hairstyles and the outfits. That's back when we used to have belly button jeans. We used to want our jeans to sit right on our hip, and now we into the high-waisted jeans. Like, it's just amazing to rewatch it all back. I heard, oh, please don't let this be the theme. Allies. That's just a season set up for Fessy, Josh, and KC. They the only true allies on the whole franchise. Matter of fact, go ahead and put Tara Alicia on there so she could wreck up some shit since she ready. And I believe she would. I just don't think she could win anything to be able to do it. I don't know about allies. I don't like it. Yeah, Paula had an eating disorder that season, and she was extremely skinny. But I believe on the challenge we learned that she's a lot better. But yeah, that's a rough one to watch because I ain't really like Paula so far as I'm watching it. Yeah, I hope not too. Paula has always been a little bit of a mess, but you could tell she had growth since whatever she was doing over there in Key West. And them hurricanes, because I'm watching it now, they going through all the hurricanes. And they filmed right before Hurricane Katrina. I'm like, I would have went home. I'm telling you, you put me out in the middle of Hurricane Katrina, and then you want to talk about, okay, you can move in the house now. I was like, where my alternate at? Because I ain't got time to be sitting out here in all these hurricanes. And I ain't never been through a hurricane before in my life. But, you know, they braved it out. But them hurricanes were a mess. Tara Alicia and Delisa, I would like to see that too, because they beefing on Twitter. They're not friends. So that'll be some good mess. I'd rather see Delisa over Tara Alicia, because I feel like Delisa might win a challenge before Tara Alicia would. But I like, go ahead and put that girl Savannah on there too. Let's just see all the circle mess on the challenge. We ain't gonna have time to talk about the circle tonight. I might do a special video live this weekend, because I'm already talking for an hour and a half and I can feel my voice starting to go. But I would love to see the circle girls over there too. Go ahead and put Trevor ass over there too. Y'all let Bailey and Swaggy be on it together. Go ahead and put not Tara Alicia, but Delisa and Trevor on there. Trevor is playing an amazing game on the circle, and I hope he wins. Go ahead and let the husband and the wife win. He's playing a woman better than his wife played him. He's doing a great job catfishing. Oh, y'all know what? Y'all can kind of see little things about my personality through these videos. You saw how I just read, I want to see Tara Alicia and Delisa. And I went through that whole speech about how they don't even like each other. But at the end, it say for the next rivals. I do that all the time at work. I do that all the time in real life. I will read something and be like, oh, I already know what you're talking about. Go down a tangent and then come back to it and be like, oh. I do that all the time. I have to stop it. I have to read the whole thing, then comment. We was always there, Zuda. I just got finished watching some clips from Hawaii and where did you watch Hawaii and Seattle? Maybe I don't know the numbers. I think Seattle is 9 and 9 isn't on Paramount Plus. And Hawaii isn't on Paramount Plus either. I would love to watch Hawaii. That was a good season. You sent me the Boston clips. I would like to see some Paris clips too, because I ain't never know. I always thought CT might have been on Road Rules. I ain't never even know he was on Real World. Beefing. We talked about that last week, where last week before this new block of the circle came out, Tara Alicia spoiled that Trevor was going to be on the show. And then she was like, I can't wait to see my bro on the circle. And Delisha checked her and was like, we ain't cool. Don't be calling my husband your bro. We don't fuck with you. She ain't say all that, but that's the cliff notes. That's pretty much what she said. So they was going back and forth on Twitter because Tara Alicia spoiled it and she called Trevor her bro. Banana said on his podcast that he wants to do a homecoming for his season. I would love to see that because I'm already familiar with the people from the challenge and I'm currently watching that season, so I would know what the drama was. I hope it wasn't no racism that season. I ain't seen no racist stuff next yet, but I'm just tired of let's talk about something else. They must have just put them up there because I remember when that live, y'all told me the numbers and I looked and I ain't see it. I'm about to go look right now. Tell me the numbers in the chat for Seattle and Hawaii. I know y'all said Seattle was 9. And Hawaii was 10, right? 9 and 10. I ain't see it. I'm going to go look as soon as we finish. Oh, yeah, I watched Cancun recently, but through a link, and it was good. I remember seeing Janae and Jasmine on The Real World. Cancun. I remember that season. We don't need Key West homecoming. A lot of them are already on All Stars. Give me people we ain't seen in a while. I can see that side of it too, Dabu. You want to be refreshed with people you haven't seen in a while. I can see that because the only person on Homecoming that we really haven't seen in a long time is Sweats Lana. I wish she had a nickname. Send it to me, girl. Send it to me. Real World Sydney. I don't remember Real World Sydney. Yeah, we need more fun homecomings. We ain't gotta talk social issues 24/7. I agree. Give me, yeah, I really don't want to hear about Paul and her eating disorder either, but yeah, I want to talk. But then once after a certain point with the Real World, it went from all the social issues and personal issues to everybody hooking up. Who in the house cute that I could fuck on the whole season and break up with at the reunion? And so at some point, Real World got boring because that's all it was. Hookups in the house, and I don't want to see that either. I don't want to see it. Angie, I love how you just told us you don't read things all the way and you did it again. I did it again. I don't even recall doing it again. I do it all the time. I do it at work all the time. And then people have to tell me what was in the email. And I'm like, y'all know I ain't read that shit. Just tell me from the beginning. I'm not going to read no long ass email. I can't say that Svetlana. I don't know how to say it. There are a lot of them that are missing for Paramount Plus. Zuda trying to get me to say it. I can't get the sound of SV to come out my mouth. Svetlana. Y'all know the child name. If it was in my house, we would have called her Lana or Vet. Her name would have been Vet. Have you heard the challenge BBS finished filming in the end of April? I heard that when they first started, they were supposed to be finished around this time in April because they wanted to come out in the summer in June. Because I heard they're going to be like for Love Island. Though I thought they were still going to do Love Island as well. I had another look. Let me find my thing. They changed the names of the show. So it's not the Challenge CBS anymore. It's the Challenge USA. And then it's not going to be called War of the Worlds anymore. It's going to be called, I got to take that comment down. The Challenge World Champion. So they changed the name of the shows as well. But I think they want it to be out by this summer. So probably in June. Shit, June is next couple of weeks. It should be out real soon. So we have to call it the Challenge USA. Now I gotta take this picture down. So I heard, because I was on Twitter all this morning looking at all the what is it called? The tweets and stuff about the challenge. And I heard that they don't want to limit the competitors to CBS. So they're going to call it the Challenge USA. And I think they're going to try to pull some MTV people over there, some Netflix people. They want to open up the pool of competitors. I don't like that. I like the idea of seeing my Big Brother and Survivor people right there. But we don't even know if this CBS, Paramount Plus, whatever they're doing, this whole tournament thing, we don't even know if that's going to be a success. It could be a womp-womp. So we shall see. We shall see. Oh, Sydney is Kellyanne Cahutta. I remember Cahutta, Dunbar. I know See, all these people I know from the challenge. I don't know nothing about Real World Sydney, but I do got to go back and watch. If they're going to be having all these homecomings and all this stuff from past stuff, I need to refresh my brain. Did you get to the part of Key West where Bananas pulled Janelle's bathing suit top off and showed her breasts and she was pissed? I sure didn't. I'm in the part now where they going through all these hurricanes and I just can't believe it. Okay, Love Island went over to Peacock. I'm happy because I just got into Love Island last season with Cache and them, and I was like, oh, I kind of was looking forward to this year of Love Island. Okay, so I can watch it on Peacock. It's way too many shows on TV. Shoot, if the challenge was good rookies, they need people from BB Can and Survivor. Period. I like that Survivor Australia. I can't wait till they put the new season on Paramount Plus. Inga, you're not gonna watch it. I'm gonna tell you about it in the reviews, and then you can decide if you want to watch it. I ain't gonna spoil it. I ain't gonna get no hints because I hate when people give me hints. Oh, you don't like the CBS shows? Yeah, I like them. Keep it with real world rules. Theo would be good for the UK, and I heard he was cleared to do the competition with his one eye. They said it was okay. So I hope Theo can go over there. I would like to see Idris to go. I remember Idris. I like him too. Love Island UK is on Hulu, so much better than USA. I was trying to get into that season of the one where Priscilla was on there. I think Drew told me to watch that one, and I think I was watching it on a car ride with my husband. But after that car ride, I never picked it back up to finish it because that season wasn't that good to me. The one with the twin sisters and Priscilla was on there and all them. I couldn't get into it. I really got into Cache and Cinco and them. That was mess to me. And I can't see what mess they gonna do over here on the challenge. I found Love Island on my Paramount Plus. Yes. I don't think it's on Netflix. I don't think so. But y'all, we need to talk about The Circle. So what I'm gonna do, it's an extremely busy weekend for me, but I'm thinking of doing a couple of late night shows. So I might do a late night show not Saturday. Tomorrow night I might do a late night show and talk about The Circle and do that separate all by itself because I can already tell my voice. I need to conserve it a little bit. And so that's probably what we're going to do with The Circle since I didn't get to it tonight. But tonight was fun. I had a really good time. Yeah, I like Cache. Luke Toki from Survivor Australia. I've been seeing that name going through my Twitter a lot this week, but I don't know who he is. Or I just don't remember his name. Okay. We going to keep you open to it, Inga, because I'm going to review it, and then you might be like, if I say it's whack, then don't check it out. But I'm like, ooh, girl, it's good. Give it a view or two and see if you like it. But I do have to be quiet. I haven't talked for this long in a really long time. True, The Circle is 4 episodes after all. Yeah, it is. I never get through this live if I have to go through all 4 episodes, but I wouldn't talk through all 4 episodes. You know, I'm just going to talk about the shady parts anyway. But have a great night. Yes. The shade messed up my voice. Yes. Okay. So let's end it because I also like to talk. So my friends have to do that at home. They have to tell me, okay, Angie, be quiet now. We want to add to the conversation. So let me be quiet now. We'll get together late tomorrow night. I'll put the live up and go over The Circle. We'll have a good time with that. And then we'll be back next week because I don't leave till next Saturday for my vacation. So we will get to the conclusion of Survivor before I leave. That's going to be a good time. So like this video, share, subscribe, all of that good stuff. Give me your comments on the rewatch if you're watching this outside of the live. And I will see you all later. Have a great night. It's not even Friday. I think I'm getting ready to kick it, and I got to get up and go to work tomorrow. So have a good night, y'all. Bye.